Hey there, everyone. Today's coffee rant is about alcohol. A lot of people, when they first start off on a new nutrition program or a fitness program or both, they always seem to ask, how does alcohol fit in? Well, first off, alcohol is not a macronutrient. It's not technically a carb, a protein, or fat. So typically, the body doesn't know how to process it like it does the protein, carbs, and fat. The other downside to alcohol is that it's very calorically dense. You can drink a lot, and you don't realize how much you're taking in calories. The problem is you have one and then you relax and you're like, oh, I like the way I feel. Then you end up having a second, and so on and so forth. But we never really take into mind how many calories each drink has. And again, it takes a lot of them to fill you up. And most of the time you're drinking and then you're using the restroom, and or you're sweating and dancing and being at a party or whatnot, and you're sweating it out and you're getting thirsty again. The third downfall to alcohol is clearly the fact that once you take in alcohol, a lot of them have, sugars in them. Sometimes with wine, not sometimes, but all the time, wine has fructose or fruit, which is another form of sugar. And if it's caramel colored or brown, it's caramelized, which adds sugars in it. So like your whiskeys and whatnot. I'm not going to go through the whole gamut, but you get the picture. So there's added sugars to alcohol to make them taste better. Even mixed drinks, there's added sugars. So those things spike our insulin levels. And when our insulin levels spike, the body releases a fat enzyme as it hits its peak level. And you go into fat storing, and then we're eating typically high carb, high fat because it's easy, it's quick. They're snacks you can pick up, like pretzels, or maybe even you're doing pizza and mozzarella sticks. It's all quick and inexpensive things that give us a quick fix but don't necessarily fill us up. So not only are you spiking your insulin level with alcohol, but you're adding the two worst macronutrients that you could possibly have together, which is high fat and high carb, when you get the munchies after it. So in the long run, one of your social evenings could possibly equal out a day to 2 days worth of calories. And again, nobody adds it up. They don't want to know, so they are ignorant to the fact. But just by cutting back on your socializing and or the alcoholic beverages that we're having will help you greatly. I know a lot of Americans today, they are overworked, underpaid. They are at high stress jobs where you're performing the job of 4 people and you're only one person. So there creates a lot of health issues as far as the anxiety and depression and the stresses that we have. A lot of times we go to alcohol to take that edge off and to give us that calm and to relax us. However, you need to find or try to find easier ways. I shouldn't even say easier, because alcohol and medications are a lot easier than activity. When you're stressed out and you come home from a hard day, and I've been there, you don't want to do anything. You want to zone out, veg, or put the effort and energy into your family at that point in time. You have nothing left to give at times in order to, do it the right way, which if you need to de-stress and relax, you need to, meditate, do yoga class, go for a walk, do some cardio. Sometimes even a distraction such as cleaning can help, relax us. A lot of times too, we don't think about what we used to do when we were younger, before alcohol. And if we had a bad day or we were stressed out, from our high school years or junior high or whatever, we always did stuff. Sometimes we even drew. We might have read a book. I mean, these are simple things. And I think a lot of times we forget about that, the things that we used to do. Sometimes regenerating a new focus and outlook on life can awaken some of the things that we used to do when we were younger. It could even be taking a dance class. If you're a female and maybe you loved ballet or jazz or tap or whatever, maybe it's something as simple as taking a hip hop class or, ballroom dancing, any of the different dances, because it can rest you and relax you. You meet people and your mind's distracted. But again, we don't think of those things because when we have so much going on and you're caught up in the chaos of life, we want easy. Everybody wants easy. So, but if you want to do it right, you've got to find healthier distractions. You've got to make the time. When you invest in yourself, it does show. And as I try to teach my teammates or my clientele, my goal is to teach all of you to, do within first. Work on your health, and then the weight takes care of itself. If you learn to eat right, and when you eat all the right foods, there's a calming effect. There is, it releases serotonin and dopamine and endorphins. There's a list of reactions that you get when you eat the proper foods. So the most underutilized drug or medications that we all have in America is the proper use of eating and eating healthy, not eating processed foods and whatnot. So it's changing up our nutrition. You'll feel better. You'll look better. Get the processed stuff out. So hopefully, this all kind of interlinks together, but it's so very important. You need to find and take it baby steps, one step at a time. What do you need to work on? If you are stressed out, try to find other ways to get around it than alcohol. But again, I know a lot of us need that socializing. It just relaxes us. It makes us laugh. It detracts. But again, it's not healthy as far as your weight goes and your health. One beverage every now and then or one in the evening. If you start out drinking, I'm just going to take, for instance, a 6-pack, and you're drinking it every night. As you know, the body gets used to that, and eventually you need more of it to give you that calm or the buzz or whatever. So eventually that grows. But saying for here's sake that you're just starting out on a program and you're wondering, how can I modify? Take it down to baby steps. So if you are drinking a 6-pack, or maybe you're having 2 glasses or 3 glasses of wine, cut it down in half. Or if you're having like 2 or 3 glasses of wine, cut it down by 1 glass of wine. Do 1 week of that, cut it down. Each week, baby steps. Sometimes, people have to just do it gradually. Develop new routines and new habits, something you can stick to. You're trying to replace an old habit with a new, healthier habit that you can keep doing. And I know the body's going to want to keep going back to those old habits, but the more you push, the more you train yourself to get past those instinctive reactions, the easier it'll get. So I hope this all helps you. I'm here to help further your journey and keep you moving forward and help you to continue getting results. It's all about you guys. I'm here for you. If you need anything, let me know. I hope you all have a dynamic day. Bye-bye.